You don't grow big to manage well. You manage well to grow big. Most people think that they can manage their time, their money, and their habits when they become successful. But the truth is this: success never encourages disorder. It only encourages order. If you can't manage thousands well, you can't manage millions well. A space for entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, and dream chasers. Today, I'll be showing you the 3 habits that quietly builds wealth most people ignore. If this sounds like what you're interested in, stay with me to the end of this episode. Let's look around the world today. At the beginning of every week, precisely Monday, we wake up in the morning, take our baths, brush our teeth, take breakfast, and off we go to work. Hustle here and there. In spite of the hustle, some does not have any result to show for their efforts. Why some stayed back and asked themselves once in a while, where is all this hustling taking me? Hustle is good. I hustle myself. But hustle without direction leads to exhaustion. I've sat down to study my mentors. I've read books. I've done my research, even from my personal experience. I've come to realize these 3 habits I'm about to share with you today and how it has transformed my life and is still up to date. Are you interested in knowing about the habits? Number 1 is take time out to think. A wise man once said, the poor reacts, but the wealthy reflects. I studied in a book that was talking about Bill Gates. And the book says, Bill Gates does what we call think week. It takes twice in a year to spend time out to think. And those periods, it takes along just few things: his books, his journal, and quality time reflecting. And that is what has brought about at a point in time in Microsoft, the transformation we are seeing today. You may not be Bill Gates, but you can actually sit down to take time out to think. Have you ever wondered, most time when we have challenges, the ones we already spend the time to sit down and ponder, we most likely get solution in that particular problem. So for me, my advice for you today is sit down and spend time. Take out some hours to think what is working, what is not working, and what needs to be changed. I believe that may really cause a change. Number 2 is structure your time. Every morning when we wake up, including myself talking to you, what we do first is to what? For some of us, we pray. The next thing we grab our phones. We want to look at the next message, the latest trending thing. It's not as if it's bad, but the truth is this: I've noticed the wealthy people actually take time out to plan their day before they start their day. The truth of the matter is this: if you don't plan your time well, others will plan it for you. A practical example is the story of Ibuku Awosika. This woman woke up in the morning, started her day by praying, planning her day, and reflecting. And that is what have actually changed and made her what she is today. You don't need to be Ibuku Awosika. You just need to be yourself. The point is this: we need to sit down and ask ourselves. Looking around the world today, a lot of distractions. So many things calling for our attention here and there. But if we don't really sit down to check what really matters most and what does not really matter most, we will spend a whole time wasting our effort on what does not matter. And most of those things we spend effort on does not really give us the tangible results that we require. So my counsel on this is, let's spend time to sit down and plan our time. What do we need to do? What is important? And what can be delayed? Because the same amount of time it takes to make a couple of thousands is the same amount of time it takes to make millions. All depends on what you use your time for. To you, my audience, there's a lot of distraction all around the world today. I have been privileged to read a lot of books and study a lot of my mentors. I discovered this trend common among them. They spend quality time thinking. Number 2, they spend quality time reflecting, blocking out time on what to do per day. They don't just wake up and just jump into the day. No, They only do that which they have planned to do. Will there not be emergency? Of course, they would be, but they are better prepared to take the right decisions when the emergency comes. Are you interested to know what the number 3 is? Stay with me to the end of this episode. If you are enjoying this episode and this sound like what you're interested in, don't forget, hit the subscribe button now, share this, and like it so that more people can get to know about this. You are listening to True Lessons in Motion podcast, and my name is Michael Abanye. Let's get down to number 3 points. What is number 3? It's called move forward. A practical example of this is the story of Femi Otedola. This man's story inspired me a lot, and I believe it will inspire you also. This man owed over $1 billion from his former company called Xenon Oil. The media wrote him off. Everybody says he's finished. But you know what amazed me about the man? This man bounced back. Today is into power, into finance, and into philanthropy. What inspired me is not the money that he made. What inspired me is how he's able to recover in spite of all the challenges that he has went through. And this is common among the wealthy people you see today. This is an habit that they play back. It's not what determines a man, is not how many times he falls. What makes a man is when he's able to brace up himself and rise again. Don't forget, drop this in the comment section. Which habit will you want to exhibit this week? Do you want to put in practice this week? Is it the one of spending time out to think through, or the one of blocking our time to against any unnecessary distractions, or the one that encourages you to bounce back in spite of the challenges and the failures you may have gone through? Never forget, no one lives long enough to make all the mistakes. We learn from those ahead. Hey, a quick reminder, grab the ebook, Focus to Building and Sustaining Wealth. I believe this is a life transforming book that will actually help you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Here, we shift minds and elevate futures.